Everybody, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the government scheme session. We are going to cover the national pension system today because one of the reason is it was in news. So there are two different news, right? One talks about how the funds that are invested under the NPS system, how they can be utilized, right? One reason is this, and another is one of you have asked me to make a session on this. See, I am covering all the suggested topics, so please don't be impatient if yours is not the next one. Okay, I will definitely cover them, right? So we will understand all about this particular scheme, but before that, here's an announcement for all the aspirants who are preparing for central regulatory bodies. We have come up with one-stop solution guide to all the queries that you must be having regarding the organization you want to join. For example, if you want to know more about RBI NABARD SEBI, then all the detailed information has been mentioned in these e-guidebooks, along with other details. For example, what will be your role once you join the organization, what is the hierarchy, etc. After that, we have given the information on the examination, about the recruitment process, about the eligibility criteria, how many phases are there, what is the pattern of each phase, about the syllabus, what are the previous year cut-off trends, that say about the difficulty level of the examination, right? And at the end, we have also given some steps that you can follow on your own that will definitely help you to kickstart your preparation. So do not miss the opportunity. You can download these e-guidebooks which are available free of cost, and you can get the link from the description box below. Now let's talk about this national pension system. Okay, so this particular scheme or system, it was initially it was introduced so that the government employees. So initially the scheme was just for government employees, but after a while, I will let you know the timeline. It was made available for all the all the people who are having a job or who are employed. Okay, but initially the aim was that it would be better if some amount of the salary it is deducted from the employees, and even the government will also contribute to that particular fund, right? And this money can be utilized once they reach the retirement age. Okay, so the basic aim was for them to have this source of income, okay, after they get retirement. So initial that was the aim, right? Then afterwards, when other people they were added, so the aim then, somehow the objective it became the to have more and more people involved in investing money. Okay, so that money can be revolved by the government as well, and this is somehow going to inculcate the habit of savings in people as well. So here we are talking about both people. If they would save now, they would have good money during their retirement age, and on the other hand, the government can utilize that money initially for whatever the purpose that the money if they required. Okay, so money can be revolved as per the needs. Okay, so launch year की बात करें, the scheme was initially launched in 2004, and it was initially just for government employees except for the armed forces. This is clearly mentioned in the NPS system. However, after 2009, all were included. So till from 2004 to 2009, only the government employees of state as well as the central government, they were under the scheme except for the armed forces. But from 2009 onwards, anybody can be part of the scheme, okay, who are doing a job or who volunteer to be part of NPS system. Okay, so initially it was only the government employees. Talking about under which ministry does they fall under? So they fall under the Ministry of Finance. However, there is a particular authority that checks, that administer about the pension and its distribution, and this is the same authority that overview this national pension system as well, or which implement this particular ambition of the government, which is national pension system, which is PFRDA. So this scheme, even though it falls under the Ministry of Finance, but it is administered by PFRDA, and it has a full form Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority. Okay, aim की बात करें, so first of all provide retirement income. Okay, so they have this second source of income or even the first source of income, okay, and inculcate the habit of savings among the for the retirement among the citizen. People should have this awareness that they should have something in their hand once they reach the retirement age, when they do not have any money, means any regular source of income for their daily needs. So they should have this, right? And government utilize this fund. They can use it, invest it in equity, they can invest in for any other feature, but that revolving of the money, it happens. happens. ठीक है, तो एम वी हैव अंडरस्टूड. बेनिफिशरीज कौन है इसके अंदर? सो एनी इंडियन सिटीजन. इनिशियली एज आई सेड इट वाज जस्ट फॉर द गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉयज, but now it is any Indian citizen, and not only those who are resident here in India but NRIs as well. Some people they have citizenship of India, however they are living abroad for job purpose, for education purpose, right, for any purpose. So those are the NRIs, non-resident Indians, right? Even those are also eligible, and any overseas citizen of India, ठीक है, those are also eligible. ठीक है, तो beneficiaries eligible है. Please keep in mind जो Indian origin वाला concept है, they are not eligible. What does it mean? Like for example my ancestors, they had somewhere in foreign land, they had established themselves, and now I have born in that foreign land only, right? So somehow I am of Indian origin because my ancestors they belong to India, but I am not an Indian, right? So please keep in mind Indian origin people are not eligible under the scheme. But ये जो Indian citizens है, be it resident Indians और NRIs, they are eligible. ठीक है, अदर एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया क्या है? व्हेन कैन यू एंटर दिस स्कीम? तो आपका कितना है? 18 ईयर्स से आप 70 ईयर्स तक यू आर पार्ट ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर स्कीम. ठीक है, आप इसके अंदर एंटर कर सकते हो. इनिशियली ऑल एम्प्लॉयज ऑफ सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट सर्विसेज दे वर अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस स्कीम. ठीक है, फ्रॉम जब 2004 में स्कीम लॉन्च हुई थी. एंड नॉट ओनली दैट बट स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ऑल्सो. हाउएवर वी हैव नाउ अंडरस्टूड दैट फ्रॉम 2009 onwards even the private sector employees or those who belong to the unorganized sector, MSME sector or any other sector, if they want to be part of this scheme, even they are also eligible. Okay, so now the extension is to any citizen of the country. Age is something that you can keep in mind. ठीक है, now what are the key features? ठीक है, तो one we have understood कि ठीक है जो PFRD है, ठीक है, that is going to look at it. ठीक है, but जो सेंट्रल रिकॉर्ड कीपर फॉर द एनपीएस, मतलब आपका पीएफआरडीए में ही, अंडर द पीएफआरडीए ओनली देयर इज अ सेंट्रल रिकॉर्ड कीपर which as the name suggests it keeps record of everything. Okay, that will so this National Security Deposit Limited, it will act as a CRA for the NPS. ठीक है, इनफैक्ट आप में से किसी ने CRA भी लिखा था which I think it has been deleted now, right? ठीक है, पर आपका National Security Deposit Limited is acting as a CRA for the NPS. It will take care of all the records. ठीक है, you will get a unique ID. जैसे we have a Aadhaar card, right, for which depicts our unique ID. When we studied about the digital incentivization scheme, in that also we looked at that there was a unique number, PAN card number, right? Similarly here also you will have a unique PRAN number, which is permanent retirement account number, and which is portable and you can use it at any location. Maybe you have a transferable job, maybe you do transfer a lot, right? So you can avail the benefits under that particular account number from any part of the country. ठीक है, and this NPS is two-tier system or structured in 2 tiers. What does it mean? देखो, in the NPS basically what is the criteria? That you are going to invest some amount every from your every salary you're going to, or every month you're going to add some amount. Similar amount government is going to give you, and when you reach the retirement age, which in our case in India it is 60 years, you are going to get this money, right? So this is one tier. Like one tier मतलब एक जो स्कीम चल ही रही है, one scheme that is running, the one tier that is running, right, where you have to invest and some government will also invest, and then that money you will get back once you reach the retirement age. This is one tier, right? But they have added, the government has added 2 tier, means first one where it is compulsory, and especially for the government employees I would say, where first tier is compulsory to invest to, and you will get the benefit only when you reach the retirement age. The second tier is voluntary. What does it mean? It means, for example, I have a lot of money, I have good source of income, I am well established family, right? So I am thinking that I can take care of all my expenses as of now, but I should be more careful when I reach the retirement age, right? So what I did, I invested more in the NPS. ठीक है, so in that case I opened the second tier system or second tier account under the NPS, which is completely voluntary, where the first tier is compulsory, second tier is voluntary, and I can withdraw it anytime if I would like. ठीक है, तो आपका second जो tier है, that is what says that NPS is structured in 2 years. Nidhi Kumari, yes, as I'll be honest with you, if you look at the guidelines, there have been no mention that if they are eligible after 2004, but I have known people who are in armed forces, and they they have confirmed that they are part of NPS, right? So means they have suggested that they can be part of NPS, right? Not exactly they are part of, but they have told me that their seniors have suggested them to be part of NPS, right? So it's a very vague thing, like vague answer, I know, but I cannot give you that confirmation, but most probably they are eligible, because if the people in armed forces, they are suggested by seniors to open an account in NPS, so most probably they are eligible. But in the guidelines they always mention except armed forces, but after 2009 they have never mentioned as of anything of that sort, right? But most probably they are eligible. Okay, so I hope you have gotten an idea of this. NPS is a two tier structure system, ठीक है, यहाँ पे कोई confusion नहीं होगी. Now let's talk about the exit. ठीक है, यहाँ पे I have added what is the like difference and similar, like what how does the tier 1 and tier 2 account it looks like. ठीक है, जैसे अगर आप पहला देखेंगे tier 1, it is an individual pension account. We have understood something that is compulsory if you're being part of NPS, but tier 2 is optional account, right? It is an optional account. And then here because first one is like the part of a scheme, so there is even the, if you are withdrawing money out of it, you have to follow some rules as per the scheme. But tier 2, because you have opened this as just a voluntary, because you had some money, more money to invest to, that is why here unrestricted withdrawals have been provided to you as a beneficiary, right? Because you are anyway, you have opened it as a secondary amount account. It is no much like it is not compulsory. ठीक है, तो कुछ चीजें जैसे आप tax benefits are eligible. What are the tax benefits? We will see in the further slide, but there are no tax benefits under tier 2. So why would people want to invest, right? Because see here the interest rate is comparatively better than what you are going to get in your saving account, right? So there can be other reasons also. And also because we have understood that in tier 2 it is more about having more money during the retirement age, right? So apart from that, any citizen eligible, same eligibility criteria we have understood. लेकिन यहाँ पे where we understood in tier 1 NRI and OCI overseas citizens of India are eligible, but here they are not eligible. ठीक है, तो आपकी कुछ इनके similarities differences मैंने यहाँ पे add कर लिए हैं. You can read it now. ठीक है, talking about what are the exit. अब देखो what we are going to study. अभी तक we have understood like the basics of this particular scheme. Now we are going to focus on two things. देखो, the ultimate retirement age in our country is what? It is 60 years. We all know that, right? Now it can be what the government has done. Even after the 60 years, the people, they have money, right? They can get they have their savings. They might get some lump sum amount from the from their office or whatsoever. Means they have some savings, right? So government has allowed that anybody who is above 60 years, they can also be part of the scheme. Dekho, who are eligible? People from 18 to 70 years. We have understood the eligibility criteria, right? So government has divided two categories. One category is anybody who is entering into the system from 18 to 60 years. ठीक है, and anybody who is entering into the system from 60 years to 70 years. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे दो कैटेगरी बनाई है. One by one we will understand that what will the benefit anybody will get, what are the exit benefits people will get if they reach the normal exit, which is what, which is 60 years. Okay, and another case will be what if the person before 60 years decide that I want to withdraw from this scheme, right? So one case we will understand that. Another case we will see where the beneficiary has entered after 60 years. So for them there are certain different rules, because you can understand that you cannot hold the amount or the money of people who are beyond 60 years for like 20-30 years, right? Because there is restriction of their age. That is why there are certain differences in the norms, in the rules for the people who have applied after the 60 years. ठीक है, so I hope there is no confusion. अभी एक साथ बढ़ते हैं. पहले understand exit about attaining the age of 60 years. That is your normal exit. What does it mean? देखो, you reached the 60 years and then you have applied, you have filled the form and you have submitted the application that now I have reached the retirement age, I want to withdraw from the scheme. Another case, before even explaining you this, what if I do not provide you with the I do not withdraw from the scheme at the age of 60 years? In that case, till 75 years I will be part of the scheme. ठीक है, वैसे तो entry age is from 18 to 70 years, entry age, but you can be part of this scheme till 75 years. For example, I do not go and I do not submit the application for withdrawing from the scheme at the age of 60 years, which is the retirement age in India. In that case, it will get just extended, and whatever be the benefits I will get till 75, after 75 I will get. ठीक है, तो ये चीज समझानी थी. Please do not get confused. If you're not getting it, you can ask me. But as of now, let's just understand that what is the retirement age of in India. It is 60 years. ठीक है, which is called the normal exit. In that case, what are the benefits that you will get? ठीक है, तो benefits at exit क्या होंगे? देखो, whatever be your 100% money that now is with government, and now at the age of 60 you want it back, government is going to divide that into two portions, 60% of your total amount and 40% of your total amount. ठीक है, what the government will do, they will provide the 60% of the amount of the 100% of the amount that you have accumulated throughout the years. This 60% of the accumulated pension shall be paid as a lump sum to the subscriber. ठीक है, lump sum दे दी जाएगी सब्सक्राइबर को. What does it mean? For example, अगर 100 rupees था, 60 रुपए एकदम से at the very moment 60 rupees will be given to the beneficiary, and rest 40 rupees will be given as a monthly pension. This monthly annuity means what? Monthly pension. So benefit at exit, at a normal exit, it is what? When is the normal exit? At the age of 60 years we call it. It is a normal exit. In that case, 60% of the lump sum amount will be given to the subscriber, and 40% will be given as a monthly annuity or monthly pension. Matlab ki if you have 100 rupees, 60 will be at the very moment when you reach the 60 years age and you apply to exit from the scheme. 60 rupees will be directly given to you, but 40 rupees will be given to you as monthly pension. ठीक है, I hope there is no confusion. Okay, now what if, okay, देखो, this the case the government has given कि 40% you can use, 60% like you can directly get. But what if the amount that is accumulated, that is very less, right? You might imagine that there will be like in crores or a lakh in amount, because you are expecting a good job, or you might be having a good job. But here, when unorganized sector has also been involved, so you can understand that even the unorganized sector, from their end, they have given, or they have invested as much saving as possible, to do as much saving as possible, but still it cannot be in crores, right? We are talking about unorganized sector. So government has said that in case of such, like for example, if your sum is equal to or less than 5 lakh rupees, in that case you can withdraw all the amount at once. Okay, so for example, I'm a beneficiary. If I have accumulated throughout the years till 60 years of my age, I was able to accumulate 5 lakh rupees. Till that much I can just withdraw everything at once. But if it is more than that, 60%, for example, I have 10 lakh rupees invested. So of that, 60% means 6 lakh will be given to me at the very moment, but the rest 4 lakh which are there, then they will be given, that will be provided to me in the monthly pension form. ठीक है, I hope there is no confusion as of now. ठीक है, initially ये आपका जो criteria है, that is for the normal exit. Now another reason can be you are exiting before the attaining the age of 60 years, which is known as premature exit. ठीक है, अब दूसरा केस क्या है? Premature exit का means you are exiting 60 you are exiting this particular scheme before 60 years. In that case, what is the criteria? First of all, you need to understand that you can do premature exit only after you have invested in this particular scheme for 5 years. Initially this number was 10 years, but maybe the government has analyzed, and they might have thought that 10 years is a very long time, so let's keep the minimum period of 5 years. What does it mean? I can voluntarily exit from this particular scheme before attaining 60 years of age. ठीक है, if I have attained this year, if I have completed 5 years with NPS. Means what does it mean? For example, I became part of NPS, and next year I want to exit from the scheme. I feel like a lot of money is being wasted, or maybe I don't have money now, whatever reason, I cannot do so. At least for 5 years I have to be part of this scheme to voluntary exit. ठीक है, अब इसमें भी can be दो cases. One case be very serious, that the beneficiary has they have been affected somehow, they might have faced serious physical disability, or for any other reason they are not able to do job now, right? So in such cases where the beneficiary who was part of the scheme and he is physically injured and now cannot continue with the scheme because they do not have any earnings to invest it, in that case whatever be the norms that we have studied before of the normal exit, that will be applicable for them. Okay, but in the case where no physical disability is there, but still the beneficiary for his own reasons he wants to exit from the scheme, in that case what are the benefits that the beneficiary will get? Lump sum of 20 मिलेगा कितना? देखो मान लो मैं 5 साल बाद I did not invest in the scheme, ठीक है, आफ्टर दैट व्हेन आई विल रीच दैट मेच्योरिटी एज 60 years, मुझे कितना मिलेगा? लमसम मिलेगा 20%. वाई? बिकॉज आई हैव नॉट डन इनफ ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट, राइट? दैट इज वाई लेस अमाउंट विल बी गिवन टू मी. 20% कितना मिलेगा? लमसम के तौर पे मिलेगा. और 80% कितना मिलेगा? 80% मिलेगा एज अ मंथली एन्युटी और मंथली पेंशन. एन्युटी बोलो या पेंशन बोलो सेम बात है, ठीक है. अगर फिजिकली डिसेबल्ड होता इंसान, इफ द पर्सन हैज बीन फिजिकली डिसेबल्ड एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट रीजन ही वाज exiting from this scheme, he would have gotten the previous benefits only. So what were the benefits? That 60-40 ratio, right? And also 5 lakh more or less amount, okay? But here in this case we are not talking about the physical disability. So in that case if you have exited, first of all you have to be part of the scheme for 5 years, then only you can exit. And how much? 80 and 40 80 and 20 will be the ratio. So if overall अगर आपके 100 rupees ही सेव हो पाते हैं, आपको लमसम 20 rupees मिलेगा, बाकी 80% एज अ एन्युटी मिलेगा. क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट अगर if they are contributing along with you, so definitely they would want to take benefit of that money, right? So government is not doing anything for charity. Definitely they are helping you to a large extent, but they are not doing that blind charity, ठीक है. तो कितना मिलेगा? 20% मिलेगा और 80% आपको क्या है? मंथली एन्युटी मिलेगी, ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे ये केस हो सकता है, मान लो कि यहाँ पे भी तो ये केस हो सकता है ना, बिफोर विड्रॉइंग, दैट आई वांट टू लाइक विड्रॉ एवरीथिंग, like I don't want to have monthly annuity. So in that case क्या बोला है? Premature exit में, please keep in mind, in case of normal exit 5 lakh is the criteria that you know you can avail everything if your amount is, your sum is still 5 lakh in the normal exit. But in case of premature exit it is half the amount. So कितना होगा? अगर 2,50,000 होगा, if it is 2,50,000, in that case you can withdraw everything. However if it is more than that you cannot, ठीक है. Talking about now the exit provision in case of NPS, if anybody has subscribed at the age between 60 to 70 years, तो अभी तक till now the condition we have seen of normal exit and pre-exit, it was for the normal category people, means till the age of 60 years we have seen, till the retirement age. But what if in anybody after 60 years they want to be part of the scheme, right? So they have this particular benefit, they have this opportunity for them, ठीक है. यहाँ पे भी we are going to look at two things, right? Premature exit and normal exit, ठीक है. अब here like in the previous case where the retirement age was 60 years, it was still something which is very attainable, right? 60 years is like on an average, like I think India की age 70 years है, ठीक है, 70-75 years है, please correct me if I'm wrong. So 60 years is something which is easily attainable, but you cannot expect people beyond 60 years to be part of this scheme for a certain year, right? That is why here the normal exit has been kept after 3 years, ठीक है. तो आपकी जो normal exit होगी वो होगी आपकी after 3 years you can take the benefit, and premature exit होगी if you are exiting from the scheme before 3 years, ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे जो criteria है that is you are entering into the scheme and after 3 years you will get the benefit of how much? Of 60 and 40, and one is premature exit, and here in this case premature exit आपकी कितनी है? प्रीमेच्योर एग्जिट इज योर बिफोर 3 years, ठीक है. और यहाँ पे भी सेम चीज रखी गई है दैट यू कैन विड्रॉ आफ्टर योर नॉर्मल एग्जिट विच इज आफ्टर 3 years, you can withdraw whole amount, not this 60-40 ratio, but whole amount if that particular sum it is still 5 lakh rupees, ठीक है. I hope you have the clarity. And another case we have understood, premature exit which is before 3 years, right? In that case again premature exit का जैसे कि normal cases में था, normal case being where the 60 years is the retirement age and the normal existing age, ठीक है. तो वहां पे कितना आपका 80 and 20. ओके निधि ओके 3 वाला समझ में नहीं है. ओके देखो निधि फॉर एग्जांपल आई एम 20 years of I am 20 years old, ठीक है. Now for me what is the normal exit? That is 60 years, if I had started investing under the scheme at the age of 40 years, still what will have been the retirement age for me or normal exit for me? 60 years. Okay. If I had been part of this particular scheme from 58 years till now, फिर क्या होती है आपकी 60? मतलब कहने का क्या मतलब है, in the normal scenario the retirement age is 60 years. But what if, and there we have looked at in at least for minimum 5 years you have to be part of the scheme, right? But what happens, why 60 years has been kept as a retirement age? Because from that time it is expected that the body physically it starts to slow down, the body starts to the functions of the body, they starts to slow down or degrade, right? And the person has to then get dependent on anybody else, right? And we know that as the age will increase, so definitely the person is pretty much near to the demise, right? The more the age, the more the uncertainty that for how long they will live. Simple as that, right? Now here government is allowing the subscriber who are above 60 years of age to be part of the scheme, right? But then again their age is more. We cannot expect them to be part of the scheme for minimum 5 years, minimum 10 years, minimum 15 years, because they are of very high they have more age, right? We are not certain to what the future holds for them. That is why government is allowing them to be part of the scheme, but they are more flexible for them. Where when I was 18 years of old, for me retirement age was 60 years, and I will get that 80:20 ratio when I will reach that retirement age. Here they cannot do with the people who are above 60 years. So for them they have made the criteria of that after 3 years they will get the benefit of 60:40 ratio, ठीक है, after 3 years, which was normally for our age group people, which was 60 years age. So for the people, subscribers who have joined this particular scheme between 60 to 70 years, for them the normal exit is after 3 years, not like for 10-15 years. The normal exit is after 3 years, and then they will get the ratio of 60:40. However, before they can do a premature exit. For us, premature exit exists after 5 years of being part of the scheme, but you cannot be hard and fast with the elderly people, with the senior citizen, because of the age that they are currently in. So for them the premature exit have been kept before 3 years. So it means I am 60 years, at 60 years I have been part of it. If I be part of the scheme till 63 years, I will have the 60:40 ratio. But if I want to have a premature exit, ठीक है, तो premature exit में क्या होगा? Now I do not have to contribute monthly. देखो, you need to understand premature exit, it means that now you are not further contributing monthly to the scheme to be part of the scheme. ठीक है, so in that case, now whatever money that you had, you can invest it for any purpose. You want to like travel, you can do so. You want for home purpose, you can do so. For any purpose, you can do so. But when you will reach that age, means when finally you can take the benefit, you will get only 20% lump sum, because you have invested lesser amount in this scheme, and 80% will be given to you as monthly annuity. Okay, please keep in mind the benefits will get after a certain age only, but premature exit means now you do not have to invest anything under the scheme. ठीक है, और यहाँ पे भी same as a premature exit case that we have looked at in the case of normal people, here also we can do we have looked at here also these are there. Beneficiary can withdraw if less than, अगर 2.5 लाख का sum है, if the amount is below 2.5 lakh, they can withdraw everything at once. However, if it was more than that, 20:80 ratio, it will be there. Now there are some other key features also. देखो, अभी तक we have seen cases of complete exit, that I want to be part of this scheme, I do not want to be part of the scheme. Now these are what? These are your complete exit point. But what if I want to be, as a beneficiary, I want to be part of this scheme, however I genuinely require some money? Can I withdraw in that case, right? So in that scenario, government has given some permission. First of all, government has said that you can only withdraw if you have completed 3 years with the NPS. Please do not get confused these 3 years with the senior citizen. For example, today I am 20 years of age, right? after like completing 23 years, I genuinely require money for my higher studies, right? So I can withdraw only after that. At the age of 22, if I want to withdraw some of the amount, means I want to be part of the scheme, but I want to withdraw some amount, I cannot do so. So to be eligible to withdraw, partially withdraw amount from this particular fund that you have created for your retirement, you can only withdraw after you have completed 3 years with the scheme, with the date of joining. And throughout my years, like for example, I entered the scheme at 20 years and 60 years is the normal retirement age, right? So throughout these 40 years, I can only withdraw maximum through 3 times only. ओके तो पहली बात क्या है, 3 साल मिनिमम होना चाहिए फॉर मी, राइट? मिनिमम 3 years आई शुड बी पार्ट ऑफ द स्कीम टू विड्रॉ पार्शियली. एंड इफ आई वांट टू कंप्लीटली एग्जिट, व्हाट इज दैट पर्टिकुलर मिनिमम years that you require? 5 years. Please keep that in mind. ठीक है? And also throughout the year, maximum 3 times I can partially withdraw. अब कितना maximum withdraw कर सकती हूँ? Up to 25% of whatever contribution I have. Up to of that 25% I can withdraw. I cannot withdraw whole amount. I can only withdraw 25% of the overall amount. How many times can I withdraw? 3 times, maximum 3 times throughout the lifetime of the NPS. ठीक है? And after how many years I am eligible? After 3 years I am eligible. ठीक है? And this withdraw also there are certain conditions, right? First of all, higher education, when in what cases you can withdraw, means you have to submit proper proof. It should not be like you want money for like any purpose, like yaar aaj kam hi lag rahe hai, I have to like go to Kashmir, I don't have money, let me just withdraw it from my account. You can't do so. You can only withdraw this money maximum 3 times from your account if you want to if you want money for higher education for your children. For example, if you have to do marriage, means something which is unavoidable and which is very important for your family, only in those cases you have to submit proof and then only you can do the withdrawal. Now one more thing I want to add, which anyhow it get skipped here, I will add it when you'll get the PDF, is about the tax benefit. देखो any person can avail 1.5 lakh of tax benefit, means they can whenever they are submitting their ITR, means whenever जब होता है ना ITR fill करते हैं, so 1.5 lakh government give you this leverage under the old regime system, means government they give you this leverage that you can whatever salary you have, for example you have 9 lakh of salary, 1.5 lakh you can deduct for yourself, because we assume this 1.5 lakh you will do investment in LIC or any other policy or any other insurance like purposes. ठीक है? So government say always you can deduct like 1.5 lakh on your behalf. तो effectively your salary which government they see as 7.5 lakh, and now whatever tax that they will deduct, the government would want the tax they would want from your this salary 7.5 lakh. ठीक है? Because 1.5 lakh का exemption government gives to you. ठीक है? For the NPS, anybody who is part of this system, now above this 1.5 lakh, additional 50,000, the beneficiary, he can avail the tax benefit. What does it mean? So if I was the person who had invested under the NPS system, along with this 1.5 lakh, additional 50,000 deduction I can show on my salary. So to the government I will show at the end of the year, okay, my salary is not 7.5 lakh, my salary is 7 lakh because the I also invest under the NPS system. तो एक ये tax benefit है. Now you can do the calculation yourself that who would have to pay more to the government, a person earning 7.5 lakh or a person earning 7 lakh, right? So this tax benefit government the beneficiaries of NPS system they have, where they can claim additional 50,000 over and above 1.5 lakh leverage which the government it employs to the citizens of India. This particular line of 50 lakh I will just add it one more slide, okay, so that you do not get any confusion. Okay, so that was all about it. Here it's been said that how the NPS asset has been utilized, you know, for the different purpose, how like it can be utilized to invest in various these investment schemes whatever that are there. ठीक है, तो ये न्यूज उतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, बट yes, this is something NPS system very very important. Now there are two homework for you. I would all want you to attempt. I can see some questions. If they can continue even after 3 years. Yes, Ritika. Ritika, after 3 years, as such, they would not be able to, because for them this exit is after 3 years. देखो, I want to give you an example. Yes, they can continue, ठीक है, because to get the benefits you have to give the application, you have to submit the application that I want to exit from the scheme. As one example I gave, that at the age of 60 years you can submit the form, but if you are not submitting the form to till 75 years, this scheme will get on running, and when you will get the age of, when you will reach the age of 75, the government themselves will terminate you from the scheme. Terminate in the sense, they will on your behalf only, they will exit you from the scheme, and then you will get the benefit. So definitely after 3 years also they can continue, because ultimately it's them who have to submit the application that they want to exit from the scheme. Okay, and if they do not apply it, so yes, they will have to submit money, and then at the age of 75 years they will get the benefit. 3 times per year or 3 times throughout the tenure? No titanium, 3 times throughout, maximum of 3 times you can partially withdraw the money, and that too only once you have completed 3 years under the scheme. ठीक है? Yes, Nidhi is saying right. Yes, 3 years. Ma'am, the CA, PIB and these schemes are only for RBI exam, or this will also be other banking exams specifically. No, Avni, these schemes are important for all the banking examinations, especially the schemes under Ministry of Finance, such pension schemes, right? These becomes important even for the other banking examination also, right? So you need not to worry. Other one thing that I would want to like recommend you, what you can do, Avni, you can once look the previous year questions for whatever examination that you're preparing for, right? You can once look for the type of scheme question that are asked to them. For example, if I give you for the defense examination, there whenever they ask scheme, they never go in depth. They just want to ask, they just ask you what is the objective of this particular scheme. They do not go to beneficiary, they do not go to any specific data. They just want you to know that you should be aware of the objectives, right? So similarly, but in many examination the questions can be very in depth, right? Such as the regulatory exams, RBI, NABARD, SEBI में काफी detailed आ जाता है. So what I would recommend you, Avni, whatever examination that you're preparing for, once freely the question papers are available, you just have to write previous year question papers of and the examination name that you're preparing for. Once please go through their current affairs and please try to see and understand what is important, because schemes are important for that exam, but how to approach these schemes, that differs from exam to exam, and please see what suits best for you. Vanya ma'am, if a person exit from the scheme once, he can yes, they can re-enter. Vanya, this government has given them this this facility that they can re-enter. So they will be eligible to continue. Yes, Ritika, they will be they will be eligible to continue till 75 years, and after that, the government in themselves, they would make exit the beneficiary, and they will then provide them with all the benefits. Okay, so that was all about in this particular scheme, and let me also share on that note about some free content that we are going to that we provide on our website. So if you go to edutap.go.in, and here if you go to the free material portion, and if you go to the blog, here you can see the category wise we have created some blogs. For example, if you want to open RBI Grade B, here we have added some useful blogs. For example, if you want to know about the syllabus of the examination, like what is the syllabus, if you want to understand the beneficiary, if you want to understand the success stories of the aspirants who are now the officers in NABARD Grade B, right? What were their strategy? If you want to implement it, you can implement it. Or if you want to read the topic, you want to read the blogs topic wise, that is also you can do so. Exam information के बारे में जानना, job profile, strategy, courses, success stories, that is also leverage that you have. So thank you everybody for watching the session. We'll come up with more such sessions which are important from examination point of view, and also the schemes that will be important from your exam, and also the ones that you have asked me to make a session on. So thank you everybody for watching the session, and all the very best.